The NFL is no stranger to fierce rivalries, epic showdowns, and players proving themselves as the best. But sometimes, even the fiercest competitors can't help but acknowledge greatness when they see it. And in this case, Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo made it clear that for him, there's no doubting one player's place in the NFL's hierarchy. Dominating Week 2 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in September 2024, Spagnuolo, mic'd up and in the heat of battle, took a few moments to approach none other than Joe Burrow. Now, we all know how intense these games can get, especially when two of the top quarterbacks in the league go head-to-head. But Spagnuolo's words, they stood out, not just because of their sincerity, but because of the respect they conveyed. A seasoned defensive mind who's seen his fair share of elite quarterbacks didn't hesitate. He took a moment to recognize Burrow's brilliance on the field. After all, we're talking about a player who's made waves since he entered the league, leading his Bengals to a Super Bowl appearance and putting together a string of impressive seasons. Hey, other than that guy, Patrick Mahomes, you are the best in the business. I'm not saying that because you're standing here. You're the... Did you catch that? Spagnuolo just flat out said it. Joe Burrow, in his eyes, was second only to Patrick Mahomes himself, widely considered one of the best to ever play the game. And let's be real, when you get a compliment like that from a defensive coordinator who's faced off against the best quarterbacks the NFL has to offer, it's not just a statement. It's a stamp of approval that speaks volumes about Burrow's skill, composure, and ability to shine in the toughest moments. Now, this moment was captured during an episode of Netflix's quarterback documentary series, a show that's provided fans with a deeper look at the lives of quarterbacks in the NFL, including Burrow, Jared Goff, and Kirk Cousins. If you haven't seen it, trust me, you're missing out on some serious behind-the-scenes drama and insight. But let's focus back on Burrow for a second. The praise didn't stop with Spagnuolo. The quarterback documentary also gave fans a glimpse of Burrow's true personality, showing moments of raw honesty and vulnerability. Like when Burrow described his team's performance in a win as, and I quote, "fucking embarrassing." Yeah, you heard that right. Even after a victory, Burrow holds himself and his teammates to the highest standard, and he's never afraid to call it as he sees it. That's Joe Burrow for you. Relentless, focused, and always pushing for more, even when his team wins. That attitude is what separates good players from great ones. And it's no surprise why Spagnuolo sees the potential for Burrow to be among the very best in the game. But there's more to Burrow's story than just football. In the same quarterback documentary, Burrow opens up about some of the more personal challenges he faced in 2024. One shocking moment, when his home was burglarized, forcing him to rethink his plans, including canceling the purchase of a Batmobile. Yep, you heard that correctly. Burrow was going to buy a Batmobile. Talk about living the dream. But life isn't always glamorous. The burglary led to Burrow considering moving and even changing some of his lifestyle choices. It's a rare, vulnerable moment for an NFL star, and it shows just how much Burrow has to juggle off the field. Still, he's persevered, and that's the mindset of a champion. Think about that. A defensive coordinator who's gone toe-to-toe with Brady himself is looking at Burrow and seeing shades of the GOAT. That's how highly Spagnuolo thinks of Joe Burrow. And as we see him grow year after year, it's easy to see why so many fans, analysts, and even his peers believe Burrow could be one of the greats. So what does this mean for Burrow and the Bengals going forward? Well, after that Week 2 loss to the Chiefs, Burrow and his team have their eyes set on redemption. With Spagnuolo's words in mind, Burrow has more motivation than ever to prove that he's not just the second-best quarterback in the NFL, but that he's capable of taking the top spot. What do you think? Is Joe Burrow really the second-best quarterback in the NFL? Can he challenge Patrick Mahomes for that title? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of one of the NFL's rising stars, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coverage on the latest NFL news and insights. Don't miss out. Hit that bell notification so you're always in the loop. Until next time, keep your eyes on the field because the NFL's future is brighter than ever. See you soon.